Curry. And we have such a treat today. What better way to start our show than bringing in the man himself? Steph, as always, thank you for spending some time with us here on NBA Today.
No problem at all. I didn't think it'd be with a golf highlight, though. That's cool.
I mean, I feel like we have to start right then and there, right? Because a hole-in-one, a walk-off eagle putt to win the American Century Championship. Let's start. The hole-in-one was on Saturday, right? Where does that rank in terms of all-time shots that you've made? Because you've made some pretty incredible ones.
Well, it was number one for about 24 hours, and then I had to top it with the walk-off putt to win the tournament, which anybody who knows me know how passionate I am about the game of golf, and that tournament provides a great environment for competition and fun and energy and trying to grow the game, get more people, involved with it. But like that shot hole-in-ones there's a little luck involved. I hit a great shot, and then my celebration was all about just how crazy a moment it was for sure.
A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, but the entire sports world was talking about it. You had LeBron James tweeting about it. You had Patrick Mahomes tweeting about it. How did it feel to have that be about your golf game, not your basketball game?
It was crazy because, like I said, it's cool to know there's so many newcomers to the game of golf. Like even in the league, there's so many guys that are talking about it, especially in the off season, how they are getting out on the course in their free time and all that. So to have a golf highlight that got people talking about it, it was special for sure. So I'm hoping more people get clubs in their hands and get out there and play because it's just that much fun.
I would need a whole lot of practice. Is there any teammate that you would let caddy for you?
That's a good question. Probably not. Well, me and Clay, we were in the match together. Like I would actually let him caddy because we'd have good commentary back and forth. We would have to work a little bit better on our chemistry on the course to try to win another match. But yeah, I like Clay as a caddy. He keep me entertained the entire round for sure.
But bringing Rocco might be just a little bit too far.
Nah, not at all.
Bring them all. One thing we can say though, Steph, is your golf game. It is no longer underrated, and that just so happens to be the name of the feature film that you're releasing this Friday with Apple Plus. Can you tell us a little bit more about that project?
Yeah, it's a special project. It's kind of like the origin story of my Davidson Wildcat years and the 3 years I spent there, our tournament run in 2008, and kind of what all went into my decision to go there, the years leading up, when I was learning the game and just what developed that underrated mindset for me that I still carry today. I know everybody sees the finished product of where I'm at now, all the accolades, but the underrated mindset and that chip on your shoulder was developed in those days. And it's kind of a really cool glimpse of where it all started. So working with Apple TV Plus, working with Peter Nix, Ryan Coogler, some amazing partners on this project. I'm super excited for people to kind of go back in time and relive some amazing moments in my life.
That's awesome. We're huge fans of Ryan Coogler here. But you mentioned still carrying that feeling now. You're a 4-time champion. You're a 2-time league MVP. You're a finals MVP. You're a golf champion. When was the last time you felt underrated?
It might not make sense, but I still do. Like when you watch the film, you'll kind of understand the failures and successes that went along my journey, like the work ethic that I had to put in because I wasn't as physically gifted as your counterparts that are getting recruited at the highest level. Even going to Davidson as a small mid-major school, I had a very slow progression and journey in the game, and that confidence came from just all the work that you put in, and I've never lost that. So still feel like I can get better. As crazy as it might sound, still feel like that underrated mindset fuels you, even though it's under a little bit different terms 15 years into the league.
Well, I know we're all looking forward to seeing Underrated out this Friday on Apple TV Plus. Steph, since we last spoke, though, there's been a couple of changes to your team, the Golden State Warriors. I just have to know, was it as jarring for you as it was for the rest of us to finally see Chris Paul, someone who you battled so many years against, in a Golden State jersey?
Yeah, there's always that moment of shock, I think, just knowing the history and the battles that we've had on the court over the years and just how quickly things can change in the league. But I'm super excited to play with him. It's going to be an awesome experience. He's one of the greatest point guards ever played this game. He has such a high basketball IQ. He elevates teams that he's been on, his entire career. So there's a lot to figure out, and we all can acknowledge, like, trying to make sure all the pieces, that they fit and work and find our rhythm as the season gets going. But I know we're all committed to winning. I know we're all trying to, make the most of this season, and try to take another step. And if we all keep that same energy, things should, work out for us.
It's a Rubik's Cube. You have to get all the sides, all the pieces of the puzzle to fit, as you said. One other thing that happened, Draymond Green, of course, he opted out. And then one of the first deals we saw in free agency was him signing a 4-year deal to stay in Golden State. Did you even let it go through your mind? Oh, wait, is this going to be it? Oh, okay, fake out, we're good.
Throughout the whole process, there's obviously updates and, rumors and, the two sides trying to figure it out, because we obviously wanted to keep our core together to make another run. You do not, wonder, you don't ever want to put yourself in the reality of that, us not playing together. But, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad that we can kind of keep the band together. I'm glad that we have an opportunity to try to, again, make another legit run at trying to win in a championship. And he's a huge part of what we do. He always has been. And, obviously excited to go back to war with him.
Yeah. One thing you've said recently, Steph, is that the moves that Mike Dunleavy Jr. has made, you feel like there's just a better fit with this roster. There's some chemistry coming in. You really like the way that it's shaping up. Why do you feel like it is a step forward from where you were last year?
We learned a lot about ourselves and what it takes to win last year. We obviously, from the 22 finals to last year, our core has a certain way of playing, and we've always, kind of adapted to what the challenges are, what we need to face and how we need to continue to evolve. I think we got, obviously a little older in the sense of, the maturity in our locker room with adding CP, adding Dario Saric, another year with GP2 back, Wiggs taking another step. And, JK and Moses Moody, two of our young guys that hopefully have, more defined roles in terms of how they can help us win. So I'm just excited to see, how it all comes together. We've got to figure out our rotations, got to figure out, what it really looks like. But we're not, I feel like we're not that far off. And that's all you want is a legit shot to go out there, try to execute, try to, be able to beat the best teams in the league on any given night. And I feel like we're right there.
We got to spend a little bit of time, Richard and I did, in Las Vegas with your head coach, Steve Kerr, for the in-season tournament announcement. I haven't gotten a chance to hear your thoughts on that yet. I know he's a fan. What do you think?
I think it's great for the fans to have something to kind of lock in on early in the season. It doesn't change our schedule at all in terms of games played or, how it looks until you possibly get to, to Vegas for the Final Four and all that. And obviously over time it will start to develop an identity because you're starting something new. And, again, it's for, the excitement around the league and trying to figure out who's the team that's getting off to a hot start early in the year. And it gives us a little bit extra, energy at that time of year. But over the course of time, you'll see, people really taking a sense of pride, I'm sure, about trying to win that. Obviously, there's a little incentive for the players to go after it. But this first year will be interesting. It'll be a feeling out process for everybody. But I think it's a great idea, and it's aggressive, and you like being aggressive, trying new things.
Well, Steph, speaking of Steve Kerr, he's coaching Team USA this summer, and then we have an Olympics coming up pretty soon in 2024. Have you given any thought to playing for your coach in your first Olympics?
That's the one piece of the resume. Coach always likes to joke that I don't have. So he's already kind of recruiting for next season or next summer. But rooting the guys on in the World Championships this year, the World Cup, I know they're represent the USA well and take home gold. I have no idea what next summer looks like, and it obviously is an extra bonus that Coach Kerr's leading that charge. And I'd love to play for him any day of the week. So we'll see how it goes come summer 24.
Let's finish here, Steph. A little bit of, well, it has to be Disney appropriate. Would you rather? All right. Would you rather a hole-in-one or a game-winning shot on the court?
Game-winning shot on the court for sure. I can only say that because I already have a hole-in-one now.
See, there you go. A look-away shot or a look-away putt?
Or the look-away putt if it's for a tournament win like I did the other day.
Win a golf tournament or win a three-point contest?
Ooh. Well, now I got to go after Sabrina's record, so I got something to shoot for now that she went crazy with the 37 points in their All-Star weekend. So I guess we got to settle that one for sure. Who's the better three-point competition shooter?
She did challenge you. All right, last one. Night-night or shimmy celebration?
Oh, night-night for sure.
Steph Curry, as always, thank you for spending some time with us here on NBA Today. Underrated out this Friday on Apple TV+. Steph, thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all.
Coming up on NBA Today, hear what Joel Embiid had to say about winning a championship, whether it's in Philadelphia or not. Richard Perk, could this be a sign of what's to come for the MVP? And the Suns, they've been one of the most active teams this offseason, but how much of a problem will not having a traditional point guard be? We're going to discuss that. Plus, LeBron, he's changing his number back to 23, so that begs the question, which version of LeBron is the best LeBron? All of that and so much more. We're just getting started here on NBA Today on a Monday.